Hey guys, it's Charlie G, and today I want to cover credit cards. A lot of people actually do not have credit cards, and I'm going to explain some of the benefits if you don't have one and are thinking about one, why you should get one today. Credit cards provide us so much benefits towards shopping, spending on other things, and paying bills as well. And usually we get a reward for it depending on how much money we spend. The more you spend, the more you get back. Here are my top 5 reasons why you should get one if you don't have one. And if you have them, you're thinking about canceling all of them, why you should keep them, even if it's just one. You actually need credit for everything, whether you're renting, whether you're buying a house or car, or even trying to get another credit card. And I know that factor is, okay, so if I need a credit card to get another credit card, where do I start? So you can actually use someone else who is willing to trust you and add you onto their account. And it just needs 6 months. Some credit card companies might require more or even less, but usually 6 months is a good time for you to build some credit under that person. Anytime where there's anything that you're paying not in full, but over the course of a period of time, you usually need a good credit history, and a credit card helps you get that. Number 2, you are very protected with a credit card. If someone tries to sell you something that is fraudulent or not good, if you're paying cash or with your debit card, you usually don't have as much leverage. It's pretty much you against that person, your words against theirs, and hopefully you guys come up with some common ground. But with a credit card, the credit card company steps in, and they're kind of like the judge, the intermediate that is helping you guys battle it out. And majority of time, from my experiences, you usually win. They usually want you to stay as a customer to keep retaining their card. So they're always going to try to look in the lens of making you happy. And you are also protected from anyone trying to steal your information, try to make a purchase with that credit card information that you have on file. And it wasn't you that did it. You call them up and they'll be like, okay, we clearly see that it wasn't you. They'll open an investigation. Usually you get a credit back right away until the investigation finishes. And when it does, most of the times, if you were not lying, you should be getting that money back. Number 3, you get rewarded for every dollar that you spend. So let's say you reach 100 points, you usually get back $10 at that point. Different credit cards have different point systems. And the reason that they do reward you is because they make money off of your data, of your spending habits. So if they see that you're spending a lot of money at a particular store or spending money elsewhere, investors and corporations, they want to know where you're spending your money because it helps them make more money. And what is the next trending things? What is trending in people's spending? So that is why they reward you with every dollar that you spend. They want you to keep using their card system, so they give you some benefits in the long run because they're making money not just off of the merchants that you're paying for a certain product or service, but they're also making money off selling that information to investors and corporations. I usually make back $1,500 to $2,000 every year because I do spend a decent amount every single year paying bills and buying different things. What I usually do with that reward is I just convert it to cash to pay back the credit card. So it's kind of like you're getting a bigger discount off whatever you purchase. Take advantage of this. Don't rely just on your debit card and your cash because you're missing out on rewards. Although it's less of an hassle, less of a worry when you don't have to worry about making monthly payments or whatever the case is. You pay for whatever it is that you want right away in full. No worries there, but you're missing out on rewards. Instead of paying $100 for something, you end up paying $90 for it after you get those reward points back. I also always encourage to pay the card in full for the next month, unless you're using like a specialty card, whether it's Best Buy, Lowe's, Macy's, where you're shopping within their stores with their own credit card. Usually they give you a no interest program where if you spend over X amount of money, you can pay it over 6 months, a year without interest. And that is a huge advantage as well. I would rather take more time to pay off for something than pay it all in cash right away and get some reward back for it. That is a huge advantage. Number 4 is actually what I just spoke about, is the specialty stores like Best Buy, Lowe's, Macy's, Sears. All these stores, they usually have their own credit cards and they give you 5% back, sometimes 7, even 10% back on whatever you purchase, which is awesome because you're getting a discount by just using their credit card. The reason is, like I said, is that they're making money off this data and our spending habits. They want to know how you spend your money, because it helps them make more money. Payment plans are always great. If you're not paying anything extra for anything and you can pay it over 6 months, a year, 2 years, it is always a better option because you're beating inflation. Remember, as time goes by, things devalue. So if you pay $2,000 for something today, in a year from now, it's not going to be worth $2,000. But if someone gives you the option of paying that over the course of a year and you're making these monthly payments, the same amount of money that you're paying today is actually going to be devalued. So you're actually getting a discount. And those savings that you have across the months, making these monthly payments, you can actually put it towards a mutual funds, which grows your money a much more efficient way. So you're beating inflation and also growing your money. Number 5 is, as you spend more with credit cards, your spending limits grow more and more. The way we have to think about it is, look at our mom and dad. Let's say they give us a borrowing allowance, not just a regular allowance where we don't have to pay back, but a borrowing allowance. So they're giving us $50 a month, right? Starting off. So after 6 months, we've been paying it back every single month. Now we need more money to do more things, and we need $75. Well, your parents will trust you now a little bit more because they see that you've been disciplined enough to understand the values of paying back on time. So they will give you that $75. Now you need $100 a month because you show that you are responsible and you can commit to making those payments. They are going to give you that 100, and the cycle just keeps going on and on. So it's the same way the credit card companies and any companies that you're borrowing from, you're lending from, they look at it the same way. The more that you pay back on a timely basis and you continue to do that across the board, the more money they will be willing to give you because they will think that you are responsible to manage it properly. So all these things we have to account for. Like I said, if you don't have a credit card, definitely take advantage of getting one today. And if you have one card, maybe get an extra one. One card is usually not enough to help you build out your credit in the most efficient way. Try to get 2. The most I would say is 3. I have way more than 3 cards because I have one for each specialty stores actually, but my balance on each one of these fluctuate. I don't have a high balance on all of them all at the same time. I really try to manage that I'm going to be spending XYZ in Best Buy for this month, and I'm buying $5,000 worth of stuff, and I'll pay it over the course of 6 months or a year. And then I'll go to Lowe's and I'll get $2,000 worth of stuff and I'll pay it across 6 months. Things like that. You got to balance it out and budget it out properly because you still have to pay every expense that you had on that card. And if you can't get a card because you never had any credit before, of course, it's like, how do you get a credit card if that's what you need to build your credit? You just need to ask a family member if they can put you on their card, just add you. They can even max out your spending limit to like $100 a month, let's say. It's just so that you don't overdo it, you don't overkill, you're just starting off, getting your feet wet. That's perfectly fine. Just get a start going, ask for help if you need to. It's all a trusting process and we all can do it. So please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Drop a comment, let me know your thoughts, and I hope this has been insightful to you. Peace and stay safe.